I apologize in advance for the fact that there is background noise from the fan. However, we have had quite a humid week and a week where there were a lot of warnings. So coupled with all of that, even my air conditioner needed a little bit of help. So there is a fan on. I'm trying to talk above it, so if I shout, I'm really, really sorry. I don't always hear the tone of my own voice. Okay, so have you been reading the news lately? Why? I mean, if you're a masochist, who am I to stop you? You go and you do you, boo-boo. But the news lately seems to be that, well, it's mental health issues, mental health issues, mental health issues, mental health issues, and more mental health issues. And people who are saying, well, I did it by, well, I ate only oranges for a week and my depression just completely disappeared and I could do gymnastics just like that, Simone. Mm-hmm. That's not how it works. And of course, people talking about Britney Spears far more than she has really been spoken about in years as a valid human being, that is. Oh, we knew her as a kid. We knew the Catholic schoolgirl outfit video, and I quite like the song Hit Me Baby One More Time, so I also enjoy Blink-182's take on it. But, yeah, that's definitely in the workout playlist. But, okay, so we know of that stuff. We know that in 2008 or so, when she started having issues and when she was going through her divorce and when she lost custody of her children, she really, really seemed to go downhill. There were other things coming up, but it was just one big hot mess and people treating her like crap. Yes. She did not get the help that she needed when she needed it. And I'm sure she had no idea how to say the words, hey, I am having trouble, I am handling all of this stuff, and everyone is just all up in my business, but no one's really asking me about me. Because that does tend to happen. So, okay, now disabilities. What do you do when you need help? You've come to the wrong place. Because I've never been good at asking for help. I've always been piss poor at it. I would rather go and try to fix the problem by myself before I say the words, hey, I'm not getting blah, blah, blah. Can you help me here? Possibly because of the fact that I have seen some people who, if you ask for help, take over and kind of knock you out of the circle so that now you are basically having to watch while they take over the whole thing, that where you really only needed a simple answer to a question, or you really only needed to get something off the top of your head or whatever, and now the problem has intensified, it's multiplied, there is crap going on. And so and of course, Britney may or may not have underlying disorders. I don't know her written medical history. There is so much of her life that is public that sometimes you're just like, dude, seriously, someone give the girl a break. This is all she knows. she is always has to be on, and I think that's half the problem. Also, am I biased in the Free Britney case? I'm very biased. I am definitely pro Free Britney. I am definitely anti Jamie, and found his recent shenanigans as well as his just all in all shenanigans to be disgusting. And using the court to be like, well, but daddy still loves you. Okay, first of all, she's nearly 40 years old. Okay? She is her own person, and if you feel the need to be like, well, yeah, I'm going to take over everything, force you to perform when I say you'll perform, not give you a break, you will always be on, you will do as I say, and just in general, also Jamie and his problems with her children, his grandchildren, who are probably more inclined to be like, yo, dude, seriously, knock it off. Because he has showed his ass in a figurative sense more times than he should have, and should have been looked into because his behavior is also extremely inappropriate. And I love the fact that it seems like everyone just popped over the control and said, here you go. That's not how it works, okay? But daddy still loves you, but you're just gonna make good money, okay? I have so many words, and none of them are appropriate. What do you do if you feel like you are out of control? How do you handle this? Why do we still look at things like mental health and invisible disorders that are only invisible until they're not as a personal failing? You are now a bad person because you didn't somehow think positively out of this, or you should have asked for help. From whom? It felt like every avenue was taken away from you. From whom? I have tried, and instead people took over, and I basically felt like I was a prisoner. So yes, I can understand to an extent. I also have dealt with people who seem to think that a person with a disability, whether it's real or just perceived by that person, will become that person's entire identity, and they will never ever grow up or be a human being in that person's eyes, and the person who is doing that will be... It becomes a dangerous situation. And I'm glad that Jamie Spears is stepping down. I hope that Britney can eventually actually fully get herself out, but until then, I hope she finds someone who can conserve for her temporarily, who will actually look at the whole person. Not just, you are a paycheck, not just, oh, well, she can't because, reasons, or whatever, or she'll go and do this thing because I said she will. No. Even if a person has a disability, please, if you want to do something, you should probably sit them down and say, so, I'm thinking, what do you think? You don't like that. Can you give me your reasons why you don't like that? Do we need help? Do we need a moderator? Are our tempers flaring? Things like that. And yes, that is okay. Please, please, please break out of that I have to do everything by myself mode. And if you need a moderator, if you need help, please go get one. I also suggest people with disabilities, living will, proxies, do the thing. Do not try to go this alone, no matter how hard you might want to. Look, I'm still capable of doing this, and this. I just have to go about it slightly differently. Yes. However, then you have the situations where everything gets to you, and you may or may not be hearing things on every side of you that are not really all that fantastic. You need advocates for yourself, just in case. Make sure that you have them. And if you come from, if people that you love are basically on every side of you saying, hey, listen, I know that, I think I can do this thing better, and I will now run your life. You are, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you have respected them in the past, it is okay to flip them the bird. And it is okay to bring in outside help of your own. Do not, have take that person that you feel kind of overwhelmed by to the lawyer's office with you and have them basically walk over you and talk over you. It's okay to do that all by yourself. It is also okay if you can find an advocate who will help you feel comfortable enough to actually say the words, you are my family. Stay right there. I don't want you to be my accountant, nurse, babysitter, everything else. I am a fully grown adult. I will take care of this. If the person cannot speak for themselves, they also deserve an advocate. Maybe one that isn't so... Maybe sometimes it's best to find an advocate who isn't completely involved, so they can actually kind of stand back a little bit. Because remember, caregiver exhaustion is a very real thing. But also the caregiver can be exhausting to the person that's being cared for. This turned into something else, but anyway, yes, I am pro-Free Britney. I do believe that mental illness is real. I do believe invisible illnesses are real. And I think that if you need to stop and you need to take a step back, that is okay. You go and you take a step back. I believe that it is okay. And I know it is a struggle to get to the point where you can say the words, I am done. I cannot. And if you feel like people aren't letting you take that time, or you feel like people are forcing you to keep going even though you're exhausted, it is definitely time to stand up for yourself, no matter what. And if people don't respect that, then they should not be in any which way, shape, or form involved. And do not let them hold purse strings. Do not let them hold the strings to your own life. And remember, everything should be communicated about. You do not get to say, well, Janie has the IQ of a turnip, so I don't really have to talk to her about this. I can just go and do it because she won't mind. Well, first of all, Janie might not actually have the IQ of a turnip, and even if she does, she still deserves rights. And, erstwhile caregivers who like to make threats. People who are thinking, oh, I'm going to take care of you. But they make take care of you sound like something Tony Soprano would say when he's pissed off and you've stolen a lot of money. Or, these people are not good. You are right to feel a little bit grossed out. You are right to not want them around you. people who make physical threats and or follow through on physical threats and use physical abuse. I'm not saying this happened in the Britney Spears case, by the way. I've seen this in other cases. To control should not be part of your life. And yes, it is not okay, even if you have a disability, and it is not okay when people don't listen to you because they think that you're exaggerating or you're too sensitive. It's funny how that tends to come out when you're when you're going after them for being assholes, huh? Yeah. So my advice, for what it's worth, talk, find a really good advocate, actually find 3 or 4. Maybe not so closely involved with your family that they can't see. And if you feel like people don't see you as a human being, it is okay to remind them that yes, you are a human being, that you have value, that you have worth. And if they can't see it, then they can get out. I tried to do this without swearing. I'm not sure if I succeeded, and I know this is long, but I hope it helps. Take really, really good care of you. And if you are a caregiver and you are feeling exhausted, for the love of Mike, say something. Get some help in there, because you cannot go about it yourself either. You will need help. Otherwise, everyone suffers, nothing gets done, and it can lead to very bad things.